She is a gaudier. She doesn't have the racial transformation, so I don't think she will have slip away, like, from the Naga enchant. Although, I mean, she could have it from, like, a ring or something, but I don't think she's gonna have it just naturally. She did have it, but she moved one tile. Okay. Alright, I think we can Unga Bunga. Suddenly things happening. Boom! Boom! Night charge. The golems are able to map wide zap again. They're hitting 5 random targets each. And they're killing a lot of small fry. Dude, it's that spell has a 3-turn cooldown. It's crazy to think this whole battle happened pretty much in 3 turns. It doesn't feel like it when you're controlling the whole battlefield, but that's how it be, apparently. So much shrubberies. It's just like D&D, a combat that takes a few hours IRL is a few seconds in game. It can be like that, yeah. No deaths. Alright. It's fading. It's fading to black, yes! Oh my god, without a doubt, that is the most painful start I have ever had, and then I kept playing because y'all were watching. Military victory. Turn 117. A victor stands proudly upon the remains of their enemies. You subjugated this world through force, as the empires of the past did before you. When the dust settles, you will discover whether your cause was just or if you merely fanned the flames of entropy. So, oh my god. Alright, so as a reminder, hold on, where's the above ground view? As a reminder, okay? Can we... Alright, we started out here, on this island. I let you guys pretty much design the faction. And you guys wanted me to make a desert-dwelling faction. Which, fine. Okay, we like sand. So, we had all these sand powers that don't work in the water. So that was the first issue. Second issue. This is my first time playing Brutal difficulty. It was a whole lot harder. Third issue. When you're in the water, you take storm damage every single turn. So you couldn't stay in the water for very long. So that was absolutely nasty. So then we get going here, right? And she, dude, I don't know how this happened. Like, hold on a sec. Turn 15, she has a city there and there. What? So she has 3 cities here, and she's got 3 cities there on turn 15. I don't know if they actually made those cities, or if it just like spat them out, you know, it was like an AI thing, right? So I run over here and I make a city, my first expansion, and then Green declares war on me and takes it. And I'm like, wow, okay. So then I was vassalizing like a guy here, and then Green beat him up and took that. So then this became an enemy vassal, this became an enemy vassal, and then I was just like completely boxed in. There's no access to the underground from here, so I couldn't even just like go underground. So also, you see why? Look at this, the one corner of the map with no underground. So I didn't, and then like they were making cities down here too. Like I didn't even know about any of that. Yeah, so like they were filling the underground also. But yeah, so for a long time, I was literally like for 50 turns, I was boxed in right here, building up as much strength as I could. And then we managed to finally break out of the box and start like fighting back. That was crazy. All right. Done and done. Now we gotta ascend him to the Pantheon so that we can meet Death Knight Mukluk in future playthroughs. His conquest of the realm has given him a chance to ascend to your Pantheon. Will you grant Muck Gravel Grinder his ascendance? Yes. Select an ascension trait. Let's see, Alchemist. Support abilities grant +2 positive status. I mean, he doesn't have support abilities. He's a freaking Death Knight. Grand Blessing. It was awesome. We had it on the other guy. Disruptor. Attacks dispel random positive status effects. Earthshaker. This unit can crush. He can already crush. He's a giant. Prophet. Target friendly unit gets morale and strengthened. Then cascades to adjacent units. Root Warden. At the end of this unit's turn, roots assail adjacent enemies. Base 90% chance of inflicting bleeding and immobilize. Wait, that's not bad. So if he charges at an enemy, anything that's around him starts getting slapped by roots. Spirit Breaker. Target enemy unit removes all negative status effects. Stormbearer. When damaged, adjacent enemy units suffer lightning. Summoner. Summon Phantasm Warrior. That's once per battle. The Root Warden. That sounds fun. Alright. Ding, 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 ding. So we got 8 more points for this tree. I think, though, we've already unlocked everything on the tree here that gives, like, drastically different gameplay. Like the Druidic Terraformer start, or the Cult of Personality start. I think all the other stuff here is, like, skins. Like a panther mount instead of a cat mount. You know, stuff like that. Banner icons. But, let's see. Yeah. We got 15 points. All right, awesome. Okay, cool. Done and done. All right, so that was the campaign level for the Primals. Primals, pretty neat. I've tried the Primals for the first time when I tried the Ice Mammoth Primal in the multiplayer game. That was my first time trying the Desert Sand one. Obviously, we picked the worst flipping map for it. For many reasons. Like, with all the water, it would have been much better to do, like, Storm Giant with the grassland bird, the Storm Bird. Because, one, the Storm Bird you can use in the water, because it flies. And two, I would have gotten more benefits from the water nodes, which most of the nodes were. But it was pretty cool. The whole, like, you know, charge up the Animus and summon your big little big demigod thing. Your big little demigod. That was pretty neat. Aside from that, their troops are pretty simple. You know, there's just the little frontline guy with the shield. The Animus is an okay healer. Because, like, for example, the shield guy if you play Industry, the shield guy is taunt. Like, the base unit has taunt. And it is it is great for the early game. Because, like, if you got 5 enemies and they got 5 enemies, you can forcibly make them all split their attention among your troops and keep your units alive. These guys didn't have anything like that. But on the other hand, with Industry, their healer, the Steel Shaper, it sucks. I'm not a fan of it at all. Yeah, like, you basically, the unit you want to heal has to have buffs on it, and then you consume those buffs to heal it. And if it doesn't have buffs, you can't heal it. But, so the Animus healer was much better than that. But yes, the base archer, the guys with the blow darts, and the guys with, like, just the sword and board were kind of but the Animus were awesome. And then the spells, like, the enchantment. Because, like, your whole faction would get that enchantment where, like, they hit the enemy and it builds up 5 stacks, and then they start, like, getting juiced. Like, for the snake, it was after you had done 5 hits, you would blind enemies on hit. That was really cool. And for the mammoth, it would freeze them and, you know, stuff like that. So that build-up thing is really nice. It's like, if you were going to do some kind of gameplay style that involved just, like, any units from tomes, being primals would give those units that enchant. Zephyr Archers. The Zephyr Archers were from the Wind Tome, so anyone can get Zephyr Archers. They were freaking nice. But yeah, those are from the Wind Tome, so anyone can get that. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Definitely have to, I like how he's in the background now. Definitely have to dabble with that more. And also, that play style with all the vassals. I'm really curious, like, the enemy, on turn 15, they already had 3 cities. And I didn't have a second city till I turned 50. Now, I'm wondering if it just, like, because it's brutal AI, if it just gave them another city, like, on turn 10, but it's like, plop, this is a city for you, or if they actually went out and made it. I'm very curious about that, because, like, I'm wondering, like, how much I need to up my game if I'm supposed to have 3 cities by turn 15. So, yeah, so this is the end of the Primal Fury playlist for the people watching this in the future on YouTube. But next time we visit Age of Wonders 4, we have not yet done the Ways of War, which, yeah, is the Chinese-themed one. So this is the one where they added, I'm just going to just make something up really quickly here. This is the one where they added the Ogrekin, as well as the Simians. So you can have, like, Monkey King type people. And they added the Oathsworn, which I've never played. So these guys, a society that functions through a strong sense of devotion, rewarding its rulers for the dedication to their chosen oath. And then you choose an oath for harmony, righteousness, or strife. Strife is like honestly, this right here is insane. This, raising cities and pillaging provinces takes 1 less turn. By default, pillaging a province takes 2 turns. You have to go halfway through the chaos tree to make it go down to 1. This, you start with it at that. So if you can get 1 scout into the enemy thing, start pillaging a province, hit end turn, next turn, it's done. Run away. You know, so going from 2 to 1 is massive, because you could just, like, end turn and it's over. There's no time for them to react to it. But yeah, so we got different things here. So yeah, we'll figure this out. So at this point, I think either on stream or on my own time, I've tried all of these except High and Oathsworn. I've never tried those 2. I think Industrious might be my current favorite, but I do really like Primal. I love the idea of Mystic. I've never been able to make it work. Like, their early game units feel really, really bad to me, and I just end up, like, I keep trying it on Brutal, but I end up just, like, losing really, really quickly with Brutal difficulty on Mystic. Just dying too fast early on. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. And I haven't tried the high cities yet. Let's see. If you get that -1 turn upgrade to Strife, you get instant pillage. They fixed that. Oh, you're saying it stacks with thing. Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining me for the Primal Fury campaign playthrough. I think they definitely added some awesome features in that DLC. Going to be taking some time away from Age of Wonders because of the new Guild Wars 2 update coming out tomorrow, but the next time we come back, we will be looking to do Ways of War. And I don't yet own the Eldritch one with the Cthulhu stuff, but at some point we'll pick that one up too. All right, yeah.